Okay, so what I'm going to show you next is how you could use that query selector that I showed you in the previous um, video to dynamically show some content on the screen. So here we've got this dialog, and I've set it to be open, and I've given it a placeholder title, some placeholder text, and a closing placeholder text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what that web page looks like. So here I've got this nice black square with placeholder title, placeholder text, and a placeholder close button. And what I'd like to do is I'd like to make it show dynamically. So rather than just hard coding it to be open, I would like to make it show dynamically. Well, when they click the show modal button, it's going to call this function. And in this function, I'm going to use document.querySelector, and I am going to look for a dialog because that will target all of that text right there. And what I want to do is I want to do dot show modal. And that is a built-in function to this dialog. So anytime you have a dialog tag, you can call show modal on it, and it will show it as a pop-up, and it will slightly gray out the rest of the screen. So if I click show modal, you can see the background change slightly, and I've got placeholder title, placeholder modal text, and this close modal text. But when I click it, it doesn't do anything. So if we want to make the close work, we use document.querySelector, and we'll select our dialog again, and we'll call the close function. And now when we click show modal, it pops up. When we click close modal, it closes, and we can go back to editing our screen. Well, we could actually make this dynamic. So I am going to put in input text times 3. And that gives me 3 text inputs. I'm going to give this one the name of title and an ID of title, and the next one a name of text and an ID of text, and then the last one a name of close and an ID of close. Okay, so if I save that and I come to my HTML page, I can see that I have these 3 different inputs. So what I'm going to do under this show modal, before I show the modal, I need to get a name and a text and a close text. So name is we're going to look for, we're going to go not doc type, document dot query selector, and I'm going to search for the one with the ID of title, and I'm going to set name equal to document.querySelector title dot value. And I'm going to copy this line and I'm going to paste it in both those locations. And then I'm going to change this one from title to text and this one from title to close. So that will grab each of these inputs and it will grab the ID close, text, and title, and it'll go in and grab their values. Okay, once we've got that, I want to change their placeholder values here. Well, the way I can do that is I can say document.querySelector, and I am looking for not just the dialog, but directly in the dialog, I am looking for the H1 tag. And I'm going to set its inner text equal to the name they gave me. And then I'm going to query select the dialog p tag, and I'm going to set its inner text equal to the text, and then I'm going to select the dialog, and directly inside the dialog there's a button, and I want to set its inner text to be equal to close text. And then finally, once all of that's done, I want to show the modal. So if we come over here, we could give it a title of Hello World, text of this is my first message, and a closing button of close this dialog. Now, if I click show modal, it says Hello World, This is my first message, and close this dialog. Now we have a fully customizable modal that we can show, and we were able to access and edit it all using query selectors.